You have a learning goal, and we have just one job to help you achieve it and deliver at your convenience. Learning right starts with us at Ashem Academy. We are a learning institute in partnership with professional industry bodies like Microsoft, PECB, Pearsonville, and PSI, delivering quality training, ensuring your certification path in respective industries. Ashem Academy has training specialists with extensive consulting experience as well as the expertise to address your specific needs and preferences. Our goal is to deliver training that maximizes return on people and infrastructure investments. We define success as having the right resources to skill you up to help you meet your desired goals. Our job at Ashem Academy is to empower you to be successful at every stage of the learning journey, from training to certification to establishing professional credibility. As a certified learning partner and authorized testing center, our facility has proven to be one of the best in the country as we get to reach the needs of all ages, young, middle-aged, and those in the advancing years, making learning simple and affordable. We care about your skill development, and without breaking the bank, we present you with great opportunities to showcase your competency and expertise in your area of specialty, aiding career advancement or personal goals tracking. Let's help you bridge that learning gap. All you have to do is take the next step to enroll in our courses today with prices that are easy on your wallets. Request access to our training calendar by emailing training@ashem.com, and you can also get the most of your learning investments by checking out our promotional offers here. offers.ashem.com/ms learning. You can call 0704-636-7151 or call 0704-576-9927. You can visit our head office at number 9 Ibikunle Street off Abad Macaulay Way, Yaba, Lagos State.
Welcome to the Pride of Symbols, a people driven by the passion for excellence and the courage to take on big challenges and see them through. With integrity of mind and systems, our words, structures, and processes are always dependable. We are proud of who we are, what we do, and what we stand for. Firm is our commitment to the vision to build a globally recognized distribution company and to become the key driver of trade revolution across Africa. We have been empowered to make products and services accessible, affordable, and usable across Africa by building an efficient distribution network, and to remain the market benchmark for dynamism, efficiency, and competitiveness. We are rulers. We provide order. With confidence, enthusiasm, and wit we speak. The vulnerable and voiceless we empower. This is me. This is TD Africa. We rule. We conquer. We are Simba.
For over 7 years, Macintosh Consulting has been empowering individuals, organizations, and government parastatals in information technology, business management, leadership development, and finance. Through our end-to-end training services, we help our clients achieve notable landmarks with our long-standing valued affiliate relationships with Microsoft, EC Council, CompTIA, PECB, Cisco, and AWS. Macintosh Consulting offers training and certifications in diverse areas like Network Plus, cybersecurity, cloud computing, project management, Agile Scrum, soft skills, amongst many others, with guaranteed to run classes, virtual classes, on-site classes, online classes, and customized classes. Macintosh Consulting enhances career development, promotes relevance, and ensures quality delivery. Macintosh Consulting is located in Nigeria, Kenya, and United Kingdom. Visit www.macintosh.com or call 090-381-38550 or 081-409-84158. You can also visit us at 24 Bamachili Street off Allen Avenue, Ikeja, Lagos.
Digitization simplifies the way we collect data. Organizations collect data from multiple touchpoints to enable them to make effective, profitable, data-driven decisions. Yet, a lot of data just sits there. Why? Well, organizations operate two systems: operational or transaction systems and analytic systems. Operational systems are data repository, where you execute business processes. Analytic systems are where you make sense of your data and evaluate business processes. Analysts spend 80% of their time cleaning and preparing data to update routine reports, and only 20% of their time truly brainstorming on the numbers and extracting insight from that data. The result? Less time to ask the right questions about their data, and less time to pull variable insights that can improve your bottom line. At D. Brown Consulting, we have a better approach. We empower you to extract insights from your data at the speed of thought. We employ a curated methodology that simplifies the analytic build process to eliminate technical friction, making it easier for everyone in your organization to get the exact data they need securely. The best part? All of this can be done without relying on overburdened IT teams. D. Brown Consulting offers consultancy services in building, reporting, and analytics systems. As Microsoft Gold partners, we offer business process automation solutions with no-code and low-code applications, chatbots, and robotic process automation engines, and financial modeling services. We visualize our reports, dashboards, and analytics using the principles defined by the International Business Communication Standards, IBCS. The use of standardized notation eliminates ambiguity and ensures consistency in the design of your visualizations for more effective data storytelling. Are you looking to achieve more with your data? Contact us today. Visit dbrownconsulting.net.
Afternoon and good morning wherever you're calling from, and welcome once again to this episode of Grassroots Innovation, where we showcase how we can get into tech, how we can learn from people that have gone into tech, and what with their story, how to learn from their story and use that as a means to build our own career paths. And this has been a monthly program that we have and we showcase from the MCT Tech Nigeria user group across West Africa to bring our guests, our hosts, which are most of the time our mentors, and they readily will talk to us about what is happening in the tech industry, how they got to the stage where they are, and how they maximize their knowledge and use that to achieve the great heights they have today. I want to say thank you to everyone that have been watching us every month to join us to listen to hear story of people. We also want to thank Microsoft as being the bedrock for this activity, uh, and most often time this has been our kudos, and we say thank you. We also want to thank Olami Record. He was benevolent for us to use the soundtrack to run our mentors so that people can know them. We say thank you, allow me for that. And we also want to give you a little brief about what we do here and how we go about this movement. The move is a movement where we want to cultivate an habit where we connect mentors with mentees. And we also want to cultivate a culture of an advisory system where people learn from people that are there and what they have done better and how we can also use that to build our career path. We also want to bring to light the new digital transformation, which is the cloud technology. We have started off from Microsoft's own view to see from Microsoft perspective how does this cloud offering uh, get us to where we supposed to be. And we are in an era we have a multi-cloud system where we have other most company having multiple cloud environment. So we are also trying to bring in multi-cloud into this our system so that we'll be able to also advise people, guide people in that light. And also we know things have changed. We are in the digital era, and in fact, we are in the AI era. So who are we? We are actually a tech user group that span over 15 different groups across West Africa. Primarily, our focus on Azure, from um, the Microsoft Modern Workspace, Microsoft 365, Dynamic 365, to the Power Platform, Power BI, data and AI from the development aspect and also security. We also are diving into multi-cloud environment where we are showcasing also other cloud offering that can speed us into understanding more of IT offering. And the essence of this is to empower you, to give you a view of what people see, how people get to the stage where they are. And we welcome you as the case will be. Today, I'm not going to be alone, and I have the mayor of London here, Sir Kofi, who is. We're going to tell you other hosts, other people that make up this particular movement. But for now, Sir Kofi is here. Sir Kofi, can you say hi to the people?
Hello, everyone. So, it's always exciting to be here. This is a show that we are really encouraging people to get on board. Let us push the movement to ensure that everyone is well informed about what is going on in the tech industry and on how to also get your journey started. So, I'm more than happy to help you any way possible. You can reach out to me in my LinkedIn profile and also through Twitter as well. So I mostly join the session, but for the past few sessions, I've not been able to join. But I'm always here for you guys. So anytime you want me to help you, you know how to reach out to me. Use my LinkedIn profile or Twitter, and I'll be able to get to you guys.
Yeah, that's great. Sir Kofi. That's the mayor of London. He's one of those. But originally he's from Ghana and he's doing great in the security space. So let us introduce all the hosts one after the other, starting from me. My name is Oluwaseyi Oluwawuju. I work in a consulting firm called Covenant Technology. I'm one of Microsoft MVP. I'm also an MCT, and I lead the user group here in Nigeria. The next one is David. David happened not to be here today, but David is also an MVP. Is the mayor for one of the security firm here in US, and he is a security person for excellence, and he has a multi-cloud environment knowledge just like Sir Kofi. The next is Sir Kofi, which is cyber security expert. Anything security, just call Sir Kofi, will be able to get you there. Other people that are not here is Ayodegi Folarin. Is a business intelligence consultant at Jerry Computer. He's also an MVP, also a Microsoft certified trainer. And the final, which is the only lady among the group, which is Olana Ogbena. She's a data management expert, and unfortunately, she's also not here today. So I leave Sir Kofi to introduce our hosts. And as I said, we'll start with the ladies. Ladies go first. So
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, we should just allow that to play out here. So the first person, Sir Kofi.
Yeah, absolutely. So for today, we are really graced to be having two wonderful guests on our show today. So the first one is Hope Oluwa Lopi. She's one person I had the opportunity to meet personally when we had a trip to Seattle, where she's based in close to Microsoft head office. I think the Redmond head office. So she's really full of information when it comes to software engineering, and she has been in the community, Azure community, also delivering exciting courses, teaching people how to understand various concepts when it comes to the cloud. So I'm excited to welcome her to the show. So Hope, welcome to the show. Give this you the platform to introduce yourself.
Oh, can you hear me okay? Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, absolutely. We
Yeah,
can
we
hear loud
can.
and clear.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, thanks for the opportunity to be here. It's a great honor to, grace your platform because you are doing amazing things, and I'm actually so excited and happy to be here. So, aside what's in my bio, like you've read already, yes, I am currently based in Seattle. I work in Microsoft. I've been in Microsoft for about um, almost 3 years, actually, and I sort of work in the cloud infrastructure space. And I am very, very passionate about communities because I just like being able to create a safe space where everybody can be themselves and also be able to learn and grow from others, right? So you would always see me doing one thing or the other, just trying to contribute my little quota into advancing people's journey in tech and all. Yeah. So yeah, that's basically me.
Wow, that's short and brief. So we move to the next person. Will happen to be one great person also, Sir Kofi.
Yeah, absolutely. So the next person we have Modi Ochi, and he's also one of the visionaries that we have on today's session. I mean, AI is something that is in the airwave all the time. So you always want to hear about it. You want to hear from someone who have dipped himself into the world of AI. to see how things are and how things are coming up. Because I think the future is extremely bright for AI. Companies are integrating AI. So we had opportunities to get someone who have the vision into the future of AI. So luckily we have Modi Ochi, and he's going to introduce himself. Modi, I'll leave you to do the honor.
Okay, hi everyone. I mean, that introduction was a bit loud. I'm not sure how much of AI I'm already deep into. I mean, there's a lot of gurus out there, likes of Suleiman and the rest. But okay, just a little bit about my background. I have a marketing background, and I'll say my journey into tech really started off from my time in Harvard, when I attended a leadership program in product innovation, and it was all about innovation, the likes of Steve Jobs, and how they really was all about design and transformation, and how to really improve people's lives through design, innovation, and transformation. Since then, I've really heaved up that emotion to really drive such change, to the people around me. I've done that through working for brands. I have over 16 years working for brands, multinationals across Africa and Europe. And then while still at it, I decided to, found a company which is on that transformational agenda, focusing key on non-tech professionals. And the reason is because it's a big space. There's a big divide between the tech and the non-tech world, and we believe that for us to really have, a very unifiable environment where we all understand each other, we need to bring the non-tech audience along, which is a wider audience, in the scope of things. And we would be leaving them behind if we're not really carrying them along with what tech and what they can benefit from tech. Um, so pretty much that's who I am. Today we have a platform called helloonions.com. I would encourage you guys to log in, check it out. I believe there will be a time for me to speak more to that. But just giving a brief introduction about myself. I hope that was brief enough. Thank you.
Yeah, that's great. And Kofi, did you know that when we were talking, if you remember our chat in Seattle, when we were talking about what is the next wave in terms of engineering when it comes to IT, we mentioned prompt engineering. And when I heard what Modi was doing, I said, my God, can you see from different space of the world, and we are all thinking alike. And it's innovation to bring it back to Africa. It's what caught my attention and said, Modi, you have to come and share your vision. So welcome everyone, and we'll be asking you questions. So if you are there and you want to send question to the guest, please be free. Just go to your chat, send us the question. Maybe you are new in IT, you want to understand how OPEC or Modi got into this stage where it is. Please just send those questions. We will relate those questions to them, and we also ask them some questions we are prepared for them. And if you are also changing career, please just send those questions in. And if you need guidance, they are here for you this evening. So I think we started with lady first. I'll just force through the first question to Hope. Hope, please, can you tell us, you have just briefed us about your story. Can you tell us your story, how you started to where you are, and where are you thinking you're going to get to?
That's deep. Okay, so um my journey started from when I finished high school, right? So I lived my entire life in Nigeria and grew up in Nigeria. Um, Hope there is no bit of echo because I'm here. So I'm okay. Okay. So I grew up in Nigeria and all that. So and then when you finish school, there's like several exams you do. Like they just make the others so difficult for you to jump through. It's like they don't want you to go to the university. So I finished school and then I finished high school, And it was like, okay, so what do you want to do next? What do you want to go and study in the university? Because that would tell, the schools you applied to and all that. And I finished as a science student. I didn't want to go into the medical field. Like, it wasn't my forte. It was just not my, you know, uh, I just knew it was not my thing. It was not my calling, right? So, and then everything in every household then was just like, the only thing everybody knew when you go to become a science student was doing medicine. I had no idea of what I was going to do next because I didn't want to do medicine and I didn't know what else I could do out there. So it was kind of like I was just lost. And thankfully, I had an amazing father that decided that, you know what, I'm sort of going to help you, right? I know you like maths, but you don't want to study mathematics because you don't want to be a teacher. And then he started to ask around, what can I do, right? Since I love maths, I'm passionate about maths, what is something I could do? And then somebody walked up to him one day and was like, oh, there is a course called computer science. It's about, it deals with you being able to do maths as well because it's kind of logic oriented, but it's sort of different and it's like very new, very shiny. A lot of people are getting into it. I should look into it. And then he came home that day and just said exactly the same thing. And I was like, of course, as long as it's not medicine, I'm ready to deep dive into it. So I got excited about it, but I didn't stop there, which is my first point. Research. That is something I've always done throughout my lifetime. I've always researched. Something can sound very exciting when everybody's like, oh, this is cool, but it's like, do your research. Is that something you want to do? So I researched and then I saw that, okay, this is what this course is about. This is what this thing is about. It's about trying to provide solutions to problems, but having to, think about it. You are providing solutions logically and all that. I'm like, okay, that sounds like me. And then I saw the money aspect, which is the major thing that drew me. I'm joking. But I was like, oh, you get, there are like several opportunities. There are several things you can do. So I was like, okay, this sounds like I am not going to be worried about I get to start doing something and I get bored, which happens. And I'm like, oh, I want a new challenge. Yeah, like wide range of areas I can dive into whenever I want. So that research sort of helped me and sort of harmed me because it wasn't a smooth ride afterwards. And then I did applied to universities, which was another story on its own because again, I was in Nigeria, and if you are not going to a private school in Nigeria, trust me, you're going to go through some others. It took me 3 years. Yeah, it was 3 years before I finally got into the university. Not because I did not know what I was doing, but just because there were just some exams you needed to pass. That was a nightmare. So thankfully, I got into the university and I went to study computer science. And then the reality dawned on me because, all the while I've been in my awesome little house with my father that was like, helping me to say, hey, don't worry, you're going to be fine. This looks great. Continue, keep at it. So I got to the real world and I was like, okay, what are they doing here? Right. So it was filled with so many challenges. It's like, you have courses you're taking, not to talk of the fact that we had very, very, very little, like we had very few women in my space. I could count the number of like ladies that were in my class at that time. So the challenges was just there. Let me just put this. The normal challenges we hold on the fact that you are not prepared. You get to school and then they are teaching you the several programming languages that you have no idea about. And you're just trying to figure out a lot on your own, right? But being able to just have help from people around, which got me into communities, was kind of what just pushed me through. The fact that, oh, I noticed that there was a community I could get into, and then I could see more people that look like me. I could uh, draw strength and knowledge from those people was sort of what kept me going. And then so fast forward to where exactly I am right now in Microsoft, it was still based on that community. I got to my final year and then I had this group of friends that we just thought like wanted to be crazy, wanted to do something big, and we wanted to, apply to big tech companies. It was not something that was head of when I was in school. I schooled in Unilag, sorry, I didn't mention. I went to Unilag and So it wasn't something that was common then. I graduated in 2019. That was like, it wasn't so common to hear that, oh, we are applying to big tech companies and we are going there, especially when it's international companies. So we just wanted to be crazy, let me put it that way. But I sort of followed the dream since I had people around that we were all doing this together. So I didn't feel alone. In short, I wouldn't have probably thought of doing it alone, right? So we started preparing. We started going through the entire process of, okay, we have to learn algorithm and data structures. Okay, we would learn it. Or we have to prepare a CV. We have to do it. We have to know what is called resume. I had no idea that was a thing. Or cover letters. Like, I was, this was things that we started to discover as time, like as we were doing these things. But because we had that community, it wasn't just one person trying to do this all alone. We were always, drawing strengths and knowledge from each other. And let's not even talk about the rejections we faced. I got to Microsoft, but I had thousands of rejections before getting there, right? But being able to again have those people around to say, yeah, other people get rejected from companies. I'm not the only one. Just kept on pushing me, to finally kind of keep applying, let's put it that way, keep interviewing, and then finally, getting one or two job offers that I could now say, okay, I'm selecting from. Right? So that was like the story of me getting to Microsoft and, where I am right now. And yeah.
That's that Kofi. That is a story, and somebody is already commenting. Adebayo is saying that he also studies psychology in the first degree, but he's now an expert in artificial intelligence and also a software developer. So you can see people are now trying to match up your story and to look at where they also fit in. And one thing that captured my thoughts when you were talking about your story was that you walk through the community and you have a guidance from your dad who was always telling you you can do it. And that's why that's one of our core concepts for this show, to find a way to find people out there that want to go into tech and they are lost. They're thinking, how am I going to do it? So we're trying to create this kind of atmosphere that can allow that to be. So thank you, Hope, for that story. And we're now going to Modi now. Although his own question is quite different. For Modi, we want you to tell us a bit about yourself and the catch for today, generative AI or AI in the tech in general. What's when you told us about your background, your background was into performance marketing. You have studied adverts, read and be under some very advanced tutorage, and now you're trying to apply that, and your start point is in Africa. So, can you just tell us what a bit about yourself and what's making the buzz about AI for you?
Okay, so quick one. I don't know if you guys can see me. So a little bit about myself. I was born in Nigeria. My educational background spans across studying in the UK with Anglia Ruskin University, Miami Advertising School, where I had to do account planning, just which people know as advertising strategy, and then progressed into innovation at the Harvard Business School, where I did a leadership program in product innovation. Coming back to Nigeria, I worked my way through as a copywriter. Started my career as a copywriter in an advertising agency. Worked in a couple of them, mostly multinational agencies, and which then I now transited to being a full house strategist, working with also experiential marketing agencies in Nigeria as well, but handling portfolios across Africa. Then I was headhunted into Philip Morris International, where I worked all my way up from the marketing manager role to the trade and consumer marketing manager role, handling portfolios for the brands for the company across Africa and Europe. My interests remain, IT technology, how to achieve. I think basically what is at the foundation of my interest is how to do things better, easier, and faster. Um, I've always been known as someone who is very full of ideas, and I love the whole creative atmosphere, and how to merge the both creativity and strategy has always been a thing, and what drives me to do better, to do more. My core markets that I've worked in remain Nigeria and mostly Senegal. And then all these experiences kind of led up to starting up Onions, and just a little bit of history before Onions. So Onions is an evolution of different platforms. Like you don't most people won't tell you, but most platforms kind of evolved. They probably started off as something else and then probably ended up as what they are. So I would say, I've been through a journey of starting it from work doors, which was initially the first concept of work, opening doors for people, career opening platform, where people can easily find jobs that they can do. And I was like, there's nothing really intelligent about this stuff. So I killed it. And then I evolved into um, a platform that I wanted to be like a personal assistant on your phone. But then again, I didn't have enough data to really, spin it out across. I started it anyway, did the UI UX, worked for the developer in Ghana, and but then went halfway and I killed it again. And I said, you know what, this is not what I really want. And I moved it to onions, and onions comes from the phrase, do you know your onions? And onions has always been something that I've been associated with, where saying, this guy knows his onions and this and that. And I was lucky to come across Raymond, who is our CTO, very bright developer guy. So I'm on the strategy side and he is on the development side, so I'm not a developer. And then this is how together we decided to create Onions. And our first journey into that was really a problem solving platform, a community. The first Onions that we started was a community. We created the app, we created the web platform where people can really find answers to their problems easy, faster, and better. But again, we didn't have the technology, we didn't have the AI infrastructure to really deliver that at the time. Quora was way ahead of us. And then we felt like, poor cousins of Quora, we couldn't make headways, and we said, you know what, it's time to pivot. And then that's how we pivoted and integrated our platform with OpenAI. So back to your question, how what fascinates me about generative AI and tech. I think the two main things that really fascinates me would be the fact that it's all around intelligence. Okay, with generative AI, it is the ability to integrate human intelligence with machines. Okay, and for me, this is a big thing because again, the world that we live in today, our environment is kind of limiting how much we are interacting with our brains, how much tax we're giving our brains. The calculator is there taking everything from the guy who loves mathematics. Excel is there doing stuff for people who rather spend their time to run these numbers. And also the likes of the digital tools that we have today, the designers losing his touch. So intelligence constantly, the human intelligence constantly being drained. And I think more than ever, the human intelligence needs some level of assistance, some level of outward assistance to really boost it and keep it, to that level of a higher intelligence. And this is where the machines come into place. This is where the generative, pre-trained transformers come into place, like Chat GPT. So for me, the fascinating aspect of generative AI and tech, it's how it elevates the human knowledge, how it makes humanity feel a little bit immortal. Okay, and only tech can do that. I mean, you can imagine keeping your voice and recording it and having it live out for generations. Imagine how you can say something today and it's all over the web and it's everywhere in the world. Same time, we wouldn't be there to each other without tech. We saw what COVID did and how we were able to transform real quick, and how everybody now is now really a village. The village wasn't really brought to life until COVID really came about. So I think COVID really was an omen of some sort, because it brought about some kind of change that we are all living and enjoying today. So generative AI for me, I think, is one aspect of AI. Okay, I think AI is going to evolve from the place where it is today, to a more humane driven aspects. Okay, so for me, it is, where is generative AI going to? Where do we see? That's also what fascinates me. Fascinates me. Sorry, this word is just a bit cumbersome on the tongue. Okay, so for me, it is, where is it going to? Okay, so it's about how AI is going to go from generative AI into reasoning AI into self-aware AI, where it studies. It's about how tech is going to evolve, okay, into studying us as human beings and really predicting what's next in a very actualizable format. Okay, so this whole idea fascinates me. Yes, I'm a performance marketer by profession. And what does that really mean? It means that I'm not just about coming up with smart ideas, smart campaigns, smart deliverables for brands that help them, connect more with their consumers. No, it's about measurable ideas. It's about ideas that you can measure, campaigns that have impact in people's lives. You can trace and follow and see that whatever we're doing today is measurable. And today, you can't do that without the tools of technology. For instance, how do you measure a campaign that you just put up online? You have social listening tools out there that you use to know who is listening, what are the sentiments that are out there, and that's how you know that your effectiveness of your campaign is out there. And this is because of tech. Okay, in terms of generative AI, just like we spoke about, the whole prompt engineering stuff, today communication has gone beyond a one person interaction. Communication, I believe, belongs to those who would know how to talk to machines. Okay, because machines are here to stay, whether I would like it or not. Okay, from the advent of computer, that's the beginning of our journey into generative AI. That's my belief. Okay, so we are now in this era. There's no going back, and I really encourage everyone to join this journey and make the most out of it without fear. Don't think that AI is going to ever take your job, or is here to displace what you already know, or think that you don't have a chance. There are thousands and thousands of roles out there for those who have no computer science background or no machine learning knowledge whatsoever, but they have the interest and capacity and knowledge to interact with machines and AI platforms, and they know exactly what to do with them, and they can become masters and the most intelligent person that ever existed in life. Thank you very much.
Wow, that's really 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 amazing. I mean, your journey really started from the traditional way of doing things, and all of a sudden you are venturing into the world of AI. One thing that I really wanted to ask is that, I mean, how has the AI really transformed your business? I mean, you mentioned there, one of the metaphor that I saw in what you're saying is like the onion. All right, you have many layers, right? You seems to come from this traditional way, and you got each peel of your business, you learn from the old things that you're doing, and you've now integrated into the new way of doing things. But so I wanted to know, how is the AI really helping your business? How has it transformed your business from what it used to be when it wasn't without AI to having AI?
Okay, that's a very intelligent question right there. So I would say, first and foremost, it helped me leave out that whole thought and that pain I was going through of how someone will come to the platform and ask a question, and it would take 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Sometimes I'll have to prompt people that are on the platform and say, hey, aren't you guys seeing these questions? Are you not going to answer these questions for this person? Because of course I know you know the answer. Okay. But today they just go to our knowledge bank and they'll type it in, and it generates the answers right there in the smartest possible way. Okay, that's what you get. And then it's open for comments. People can comment on it real time. People can share the content. You can find it in your emails. Once you're plugged into the community, you get this knowledge right into your email. You can link back to the website. You can read it. You can comment. You can discover more across different categories, across different industries. You also can network and connect with people real time that are sharing this platform. What AI has really done is really made people who have logged in and signed up as a profile. Let's say you sign up a profile as a marketing person, or let's say a computer scientist, and by generating some very powerful topics and content using our AI platform, onions, you are able to sound very intelligent. People will read your article and say, wow, and they want to check you out, and then they want to connect with you. But then this is not you, this is AI. But again, it's on your name, okay? It's labeled you. So first and foremost, even if it's not you writing that content, but you are the one generating it for the world to read. And that's the power of AI. That is the thing that my traditional moving from the traditional way of doing it to the innovative way of doing it has always been. That is the dream that has always had, where you are not you because you you know what people should know, but you just can't put it together. Okay, you don't know the best way to say it. Even because I've always known that Quora had something, that they needed beyond just human responses, and today they've also integrated OpenAI to their platform, for people who want to get the answers real quick, real time. So it's about problem solving, but problem is best solved when it comes easier, faster. That's how you solve problems, and only the power of AI that you can really bring this to bear.
Wow, that's really really amazing. I like the way you really answer the question, because time is an issue for many organizations. So what you just said out is a pain point for many organizations, whereby a customer has a question, and then it takes time for the analyst, if it's a tech analyst, to analyze the issue, do his own research, and get back to the customer. But now with the AI having access to a pool of data or a database, they can now cipher the information and then just spit it out to the customer. Not even that, but even it will add some words and how you will structure it. It will make the customer more happy, because it seems to be more logical compared to when a normal person does it. So I think one of the key things that stands out from here is all about, I mean, as a prompt engineer or as someone who has to prompt the AI, what are some of the skills that they have to learn? Because it's easier for you to think, okay, let me get into AI, but you need to know the right things to ask the tool you're using, because AI is definitely a tool that we are currently using to enhance the way we do things. So, what are the things that you think it can help someone who want to get into the field to learn how to really prompt the tool that we are now exposed to?
Okay, I guess that's for me.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So basically, the word engineering kind of scares people who are not tech people. Okay. So somehow when I hear prompt engineering, I'll try to say, okay, prompt engineering, but it kind of reduces the space for those who can go in. But again, it is what it is. It's some
Yeah.
form of engineering. Okay. Because you have your engineering words, you're engineering your thoughts, you put it together. But I think the first and foremost, the skill that you need to have is the skill of being purposeful. Okay, you need to bring your thoughts to AI platforms that are fit for that purpose that you want to achieve. Okay, you just don't jump on any AI platform just to get what you want. You first of all, you need to understand what the AI model is what really set up to do, because they are pulling from a set of million billion sets of data, and but that have been trained to respond to some level of prompts in a certain way. So first of all, being purposeful, understanding the tool, knowing is it Chat GPT that I need to go to fine tune my copy, or do I need to go to Copy AI? Okay, is it Mid Journey that I need to go to transform to go from text to image because I want this kind of image, or do I need to go to DALL-E? So you need to be sure you understand what each tool, what they have the power and potential to do better than the other. Okay, that's the first skill you need to understand. You need to do knowledge. Know before you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Second skill is decision making. You need to be able to know exactly what you are looking out to read. If you're going to do text to text, if you're going for text to visual, you need to understand what you like to see, and how, or if you're going from text to audio, what you like to listen to. Okay, so in that way, you need to have that skill to know how to, you know, prompt the AI in a way that it should come up with what you would like to read, how you would like to read it. For instance, you want to generate something about let's say the rise of artificial intelligence. Okay, for you, what do you want people to read about the rise of artificial intelligence? You want them to read about the before artificial intelligence, or the after artificial intelligence, or you want them to read about during artificial intelligence? Everything has to do with the rise of it, but it can be before it or after it. Okay, so it's how you want to tell your story. So, and that's how you write your prompt, because you want people to read about rise of artificial intelligence, but I want them to see it from this creative point of view. Also, that decision making also goes to the tone that you're looking out for. So I want it to come out in friendly, creatively, storytelling way, how you want it. So you have to have a decision making skill. Okay. Thirdly, I think people you to also have a problem solving skill, which means the problem solver never stops at one thing. You keep evolving. You stumble as you write your first prompt, it gives you your response. Don't stop at that. Pick it up, refine it, push in another prompt. The more prompts you push in, the better you get at your response that you're looking out for. So you don't stop at one prompt. Keep experimenting with your prompts, and you get your desired output. The fourth, which people would say, "Oh, but I'm not a creative person." But you need to be creative, and being creative here is just all about putting structure to your prompting. Okay, what do you want to come first before the other? Also, think about it like this. Okay, you need to have that skill to be able to uh, uh, bring something to life, which means that I have said I would like to write about, I want you to write about the rise of artificial intelligence. But you know what? I also need to say, be mindful of XYZ. Don't go into this realm. Say it like this. Please, I need to apply some creative way of writing. Of saying it to it. I could say, oh, you know what? My audience are dummies, right? Write this for dummies, okay? Because I know that I want it to be a simple, easy, ABC able kind of context. And the last is empathize with your communication skill. Put yourself in the shoes of the machine, okay? The last thing you want as a human being when you're communicating with something is unclarity. So you need to be clear in what you want. You need to make sure that because it's a machine is standing before you. You need to visualize it, that this is something before me and I want to communicate with it. So I have to be as clear as possible. Don't rush in your prompting. Spend time and time. Do not come up with your prompt in 30 seconds, 60 seconds just because you wanted to come up with something. Craft your prompt. Put structures to it. There's no hard and fast rule about it. There's no right or wrong prompt, but the level, the detail and structure of your prompt would definitely lead to the kind of response that you have. So these skills are mainly soft skills, aside from the skills that have to do with knowledge, technical knowledge about the platform. The rest are purely soft skills that you need to have, that you use in the day-to-day environment in what you do, but it's now putting yourself in knowing that you're talking, not the way I like to see it. I like to see that you're prompting an oracle. We are from Africa. Okay, you're not going to go to an oracle with an unclear what. You're not going to be going to an oracle not knowing what you want out of it. Okay, you're going to
Yeah.
go there and say, listen, I want to be a millionaire in 2 years. Okay, and I want to be sure that I have 5 jeeps in my. You have to be clear of what you want, and that's the way he's going to listen to you and tell you exactly what you want. Thank you.
Yeah, that was a long one, and we're still waiting for your section in the next innovation corner where you tell us how, because some people are already asking. They have checked your handle, your Instagram. They're already checking you out, Modi, and they are saying, "How do I get into the challenge?" I said they should just wait a minute. They were going to come up with that shortly. But we still have some questions for both of you. I'm going to go straight to Hope. Now, we want to make it short as possible so that we can at least get to the last question this evening. So, Hope, what are your challenges? You mentioned that your growth was actually because you have a community that work with you, and you also have someone like a mentor in the form of your dad that was directing you. So what were some challenges you can mention during this period as you journey to your tech journey as a software engineer before you go to Microsoft?
Okay. So if I would talk about challenges in terms of tech community, right? So I would say I would split it into like, 3. First, I would say commitment and passion from people to be able to, because a tech community is not made of one person, it's not made of 2 people, it's made of a group of people. And we need people to be able to drive, the vision, the mission of the community forward. We need people that would be able to help to be able to propel the community. So one thing I've noticed over time is that you rarely see people wanting to stay committed, wanting to be able to say, yeah, I want to help you with this. People kind of run away from it. I don't know why, but I just feel like it sort of doesn't help. We have more people that want to get out of the community than people that want to give to the community. And in that way, having that misbalance doesn't really help anybody, because everybody's just there. We want to, have an event. We want people that want to kind of give us, that want to train us, and then nobody is willing to say, I want to step up to actually do the training, or I want to step up to actually, lead this innovation. So that's one thing. The other part is around people kind of valuing what this other first set of people wants to give you. So I've noticed that in tech communities it's very easy for people to, because you're having a free training, they sort of downplay it. Somebody is committed to saying, oh, I want to train you for like 12 weeks on maybe cloud, or I want to train you for 12 weeks on data structures and algorithm to get better at technical interview. For the first 2 weeks, you see the ginger, everybody's coming, and then by the time you get to 5th week, nobody shows up. You see like 2 people on the Zoom call. So how does that make the person that has said, oh, I want to commit to training you for 12 weeks? How do you want that person to feel? Because I'm going there preparing slides, preparing everything for you every single week, and then nobody shows up. So that's the other side, right? And the last part is now, having that contribution from external people, right? I know that, yeah, you are probably, some people are like, already advanced, they've graduated from the community, right? But we still need your help. We still need you to be able to kind of advocate for this community, kind of support this community. As little as giving a shout out to say, oh, I know there is this community out there and they do this amazing thing, or there is this community that really helped me to grow to this place, and I think I should do that as well, is something that would help as well. Kind of like, it's just a way to propel the community forward, right? So that's just some challenges I've seen in the several communities I've been into, right, along sort of my journey. Yeah.
They say the wise man says short words and they are always powerful. Now, she has summarized some challenges that it's obvious that if you are out there and you want to grow, you should not just want to get from the community, you should also want to contribute to the community. And if you are out there and you have gotten for the community, it's not the time for you to leave the community. You still need to support the community. So it's like an interwoven thing, and which is something we all need to learn about and work towards. Thank you, Hope, for that. And we are also learning here because some of us feel that we are too old. That's why we're going to bring Modi in one of our shows and tell him you're going to take us on prompt engineering in Abuja very soon. So you should get, since you stay in Abuja. So I leave that to Kofi. The next question for Modi. Because of our time, then just take those questions and get.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So I know from our last conversation, there's a lot that you actually, I mean, gave us in terms of the information. But I want to ask one question. So, what prompted you to start your prompt master challenge?
Okay, so I've been a follower of the Toastmaster International Challenge. I've been following for years. This is because I have a poetry background. I'm a spoken poet, a spoken word poet, and so when people, come on stage and then do this whole poetry in different communication style kind of thing, I kind of loved it. And but at the heart of Toastmaster is the purpose of helping people to develop their communication skills, their public speaking ability, and also their leadership skill. And for once, I sat down and I thought, okay, cool. If the future communicators are those who talk to machines, so therefore the future communicators should have a platform where we can help people harness their potential of AI and develop their problem solving skills. Okay. And I thought, let's go from Toastmaster to Prompt Master. Okay. Because Toastmaster is about today's communicators, in my perspective. Prompt Master is about tomorrow's guy. Okay. So Prompt Master came off from, leveraging on a platform where people are being helped to achieve or to harness their communication skills, to harness their public speaking skills. And in such manner, Prompt Master is about helping people to harness the potential of AI to build their problem solving skills. Okay. So um, that's really the how Prompt Master really came about.
Yeah, we now take it to Opet. Oh, sorry,
Mhm.
sorry. I have a friend called Opet. I keep missing your name. So, Hope, before you mentioned the challenge you started when you started tech. There is a question by someone, by Pelumi Balade. He said, or she said, I don't know whether she or he said, anyway, Modi of or Hope can answer, but the question goes straight to you, Hope. He said, I'm currently still in university. Is there an evidence you have for me on things I should do, learn, or ways to gain working experience in tech and AI company? So it's a tentacle to Modi, a tentacle to Hope. So maybe just give it a shot in next 1 minute on that. He said he has or she has a
Background,
background in
background.
programming.
Yeah.
So, oh, yeah.
Good question. And I would say great that you're still in university because now it's like the good opportunity for you to build your background. So one thing I would say is that gain experience, right? In school, you are just taught and you just have the skills and all, but you need to like stand. Nobody even needs to tell you, especially with the age we are living in, you need to be able to stand out. And I would say gain experience by first, if you are still very, very, early in your university, do a pro bono internship. I always say that because it is easier to get a pro bono internship than to say, I want to intern in your company. There are thousands of people applying to their company, but nobody says no to a free thing. If you say, hey, I identify that your company is doing this, especially around AI or this thing. Oh, please, can you allow me to come and intern in your company during your long break? We usually have long breaks. Either I think there is always that long break of like 1 month or 2 months before you get to, I mean, higher up, like before you get further in your university, go to a good company that actually you aspire to. Tell them, talk to the CTO or something that, oh, please, I just want to learn. I just want to offer myself. I'm offering myself for free, volunteer work, but I just want to work in your company. What that would do is that you are in the space where you get to learn from other people in that company. It's just like, oh, I'm offering myself to do whatever job you have that is menial, but I'm just there to be able to connect to people. And you are building your network small, small. Then as you grow later on, you can now use that experience to be able to say, hey, I've interned here. Because I mean, they are not going to say you didn't intern here. You spent your time, you interned. They just didn't pay you. You can now say, oh, I've interned here. You had it to your resume, and you can now use it to be able to build your way up and get more internship. To be honest, that was what I did. And that was what helped me when I was able to, when I wanted to get my like final year internship or something and all that. So that's one good advice I would say. And the other part is leverage communities. You are in the university, whatever university you are, especially in Nigeria, there is a community called Developer Students Club. It's a community kind of advocated or instituted by Google to just like have a community where people work on real life challenges, you work on real life problems with other people. Join that community, work on problems. That way you are adding experience as well to your skill. Because like I said, build experience. That is the major thing. And that's the two ways I feel like you can build experience.
Yeah, that's, and we also have Microsoft. They call it Microsoft ambassadors. Most of the university.
True.
That can be another point for you to join. I'll take Modi will just answer it before we go back to Hope. So another question came springing in immediately after that. So I want Modi to model it together to answer. The person said his name is Abiodun. Abiodun, thank you for the question. He said everyone is glad to be in this particular class. You want to know more about AI. I don't know whether you can do justification to the two in 1 minute, but just short words so that we can go back to the question we have for Hope.
Okay, cool. So what I will say is eat, sleep, drink AI. Follow people who know. Okay. You don't have we don't have a lot of AI companies today or people who are really or consultancy firm in AI today in Nigeria or that are really focusing on building a AI as an infrastructure to do things. Okay. Also, what you can do is don't make AI a buzzword in your life. Okay, leave it. Follow visionaries that are doing things in AI, the likes of Jan Licon, the likes of Geoffrey Hinton, the likes of Kate Crayford, the likes of Mustafa Suleiman. There are people who have done things with deep minds, AI. Follow these people. Follow these people who have backgrounds in AI. By the time you begin to eat, live, speak, live, and speak it, you will find yourself really knowing if I am really ready for this journey or this part of my life, transforming into someone who is now going into AI. So I would encourage you. The fastest way to do it is follow these people, consume their content, watch their YouTube videos, read about them, buy their books if you can on Amazon, and then with that knowledge, you take some, because people want to see certifications these days. Okay, just take 1 or 2 certifications in Udemy, but you already know, or maybe Coursera, but you already know the basics. You already have the knowledge of what AI is all about. You already know what aspect of AI you want to delve into, what you're looking forward to, and that will lead you to go and find the right course to do that is about AI. Also, make sure you don't go too far from your background. If you have a medical background, stay with the medical background in AI. If you have a marketing background, don't go far. Stay with the AI side of marketing. If you're in geophysics, stay in the AI side of geophysics. There are lots that you can do without losing your background knowledge. Okay, don't think that you're going to peel a new skin if you're going to AI. No, it's a journey from where you currently are to where you need to be. So you have to go along with your shell like a tortoise and keep moving. Don't drop it. You're not dropping your past because you're going into AI. In fact, you need your past to be better in AI. Okay, I hope that helps.
Wow. Drink, sleep, AI. Follow those. There is a common term in Africa here that follow who know the road, who don't know road. So that follow someone that has gone through the same path, has got understanding of the path, and also, as Modi said, if you are in any line of field, you might not lose your track because you want to go into AI. Just try to build your competence around that to complement your basic knowledge, and that is the age we have. So quickly, I'll go to Hope. Hope, you mentioned some challenges that you overcome. Can you just quickly mention it again so that VR can know how you overcome those challenges in the beginning of your journey? One, you mentioned that your father was there. What else did you do?
Okay, so yeah, most of my challenges were around the fact that even though I knew that I wanted to study computer science, I had zero background about what computer science was. I mean, the highest I knew was just, oh, there is a computer that has a monitor, that has a keyboard, like that basic. I didn't know anything that, oh, you need to, there is a program, you need to run programs or all those kind of things. So this was like very big because you get to the university and then they start talking about programming languages, and I'm like, well, I don't even know what that is. So it's it became, I wouldn't say it was a huge problem, I'm not gonna lie, because I had to do extra, kind of, in the sense that I had to be studying extra aside from what I had in school. I had to understand that I had to go down to the basics of, oh, what is actually a programming language? What is programming in a sense? What are the basic computer science structures and all that, back in addition to what we had in school. So it was more or less like me having to learn extra, not just going to school. Right. So that was one. Then, like I said, the other side was the fact that I didn't get people that looked like me and I wasn't prepared. So I grew up in a fantastic home again because we are all girls. Maybe that was one of the reasons. And my dad didn't make me feel like there was some things that were like, pertaining to women or something pertaining to men. So it made me feel like, oh, I could do anything. I could fly in this world. I could do whatever I wanted to do. And then you get into the real world and you're like, it's a lie. There are biases out there. There are people, you get into some places and then I can't, when I say I'm studying computer science, it's like, why are you studying computer science? And I'm like, I don't understand. Why you are, what do you mean by why am I studying computer science? I'm studying computer science because I like it. And it's like, so I don't blame them because it has always been the notion, and not to be cliche, but to be honest, that's the truth. It has always been the notion that this has been a field that was just meant for, men or the other gender alone, as opposed to having women. So, but I know right now that is changing. We've done a lot and I'm really grateful and happy with what we've done to be able to balance the ecosystem, or balance the notion, let me put it that way, to be able to, when somebody says I'm studying computer science as a woman, you're like, oh yeah, go girl, and all that. So those are like what the challenges I sort of faced that I could vividly remember. I mean, a whole lot more sort of we obviously surface coming to either maybe getting internship, getting this experience I'm talking about, which is why I talked about the pro bono aspect. To be honest, I saw, let me not say hell, but having to build that experience, because I was like, oh, I want to apply, and I keep applying and I don't even have the experience, so how would they even accept me? So it took me a while, and it took actually talking to people, which is the role of community and mentors as well, to be able to say, hey, you don't have any experience. Nobody's going to hire you. Nobody will bring you to their company to come and be learning. So you go there and say, I want to learn. Offer yourself to learn, and then you can build from there, right? So, yeah, those were like just the three key challenges I sort of faced.
Yeah, that's quite good for us to know. And we're going to go to the last question to Modi. We leave it to Kofi. But while we talk about it, there's some two other questions that I want Modi to also answer. He's from Adebayo. He said he's also studied psychology as first degree, and He wants to know. Oh, okay. Sorry, is that the question that we're looking at? I know there's a question. Okay, yeah. He said he wants to see some opportunity, and I think you have already mentioned it that don't go away from your core study line. Ensure that AI is just going to complement that, and that's the notion people are having that they are going to lose their job. That they are cutting off. No, build competence around that. Use artificial intelligence to build. So I'll leave that to Modi. Let me not talk for him. Then the other question is from Adebai. He said, "What are the quick advice you can give in terms of courses and requirements that require to make him more uh, competent in terms of his study area and marrying it with AI?" So I leave those two questions to you. And
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so maybe I start with the first. So the first studied Adebayo, right? Studied psychology, right? So Adebayo, just like Sheyi mentioned, right? Your background is your greatest strength in AI. So with all the knowledge you have in AI, perhaps why I can't say for sure, but perhaps why you're not that employable is because they are trying to relate it to your background and it's totally off. And they rather relate it to someone who has a background in computer science. Maybe you're looking for jobs in AI that are really tied to people who have computer science background. There are jobs that you can do as a psychologist background. There are roles you can apply for and apply your artificial intelligence knowledge in it. Think about being an intelligence analyst. A psychologist, someone who deals with, self-help experts, self-help, and all that. What if you what if you get yourself involved in AI trainings that have to do with self-help, as a platform? Okay. What if you go into crisis care management? Okay, because that's what psychologists people do. And there are AI technologies or there are AI companies that are looking for people who have that crisis caring background already. Okay, and they just need you to come and work with the infrastructure that they have to make it happen, because that infrastructure cannot work with the human knowledge that psychologists already have. Okay, because they're going to do some testings and you're going to be able to, based on your knowledge, say no, this is not, this is biased, this is not biased, this is right, this is wrong, this is not actually true for everybody. So it comes with your background. Okay, so there are different things that you've learned in school, the major in psychology. You need to transfer that knowledge into AI, and you need to begin to look around building your career in AI along those lines. I hope I answered your question right there. So the second one would be the person with
There's another question
opportunities
coming into as you were talking. This from Desmond. He said he's in the health sector and he wants to make AI to run some surgery. Wow, this is very explorative. He wants AI to be able to run some surgeries that people not trusting the people rather than, okay, I leave it to. I know there's some remarkable breakthrough in AI. I think from Israel where they run surgery now on AI, but I leave it out to Modi. While you are looking at that, he also sent something as a, as as an addition that Ochi, as an AI expert, what can you do to make AI be more preferable? Wow.
Okay, so let me jump into the first one where they cannot trust humans versus machines.
Yeah.
Okay, so it depends on culture. You need to understand that AI does not exist in absence of culture and environment. Okay, and also culture has a big role to play in the utilization of AI. Okay, if you take AI to your village and try to implement it, everybody will run away because
Exactly.
it doesn't work for them. Okay,
The unknown.
but today tech has become something that they can trust in Israel to a point where they know that machines do it better than even human beings because they've seen it happen in their homes, in their lives, in what they eat, how they eat, the kind of foods they eat. So they can trust the machine to even do better. So the culture and the environment of which they are in has made them accept. If you take surgery done by machines to somewhere, let's say somewhere in Mississippi, they probably not accept it because they're still not in that way of life. They're still very cultural, traditional in the way of thinking. Okay, but it's still the same America. Whereas you take it to California or somewhere maybe just down the road in the Silicon Valley area, they probably want to try it out because technology has really shown that it plays a big role in their lives. So it's about the time and the place. That's how AI adaptation works. Yes, you have to be in the right time and in the right place to see it materialize. Okay.
Exactly.
So hope I answered your question correctly. The second one is how do you make AI more preferable? Like I said, you need to know what aspect of AI you can be part of. Okay. For us today, that's why we're in this movement. There are a lot of people that still see AI as a buzzword, especially in a part of the world, Africa. There are people who are against AI. Where people who are knowledgeable who tell you, Modi, stop pushing this thing because we don't even know what it is. We have some fundamental problems that we can't even solve, and we are here wanting to tax a lot of us that we're not. Africa is not. We are 150 years of civilization. People are 10,000 years of civilization. They should be dealing with AI. We are just 150 years after civilization. So let's focus. Let's live as 150 years of civilization. But then I say if we keep telling ourselves that we are not there yet, they will keep selling this thing to us, and we will keep buying it. Okay, we need to get ourselves. You need to also accessibility is what we are looking to do now. With platforms like this, with forums like this, it's the way we need to start creating that noise, start making it more, get people more interested in it, take it away from being a buzzword, because it's not just a buzzword; it's an actionable word. We need to. That's the way we need. That's the only way we can make it preferable. And by all means, join us at helloonions.com. Discover new content. Discover ways to interact with people. Create your own content, and follow who know road, like they said. Okay.
Yeah.
you know so that's the only way I think we can make it more preferable. I
Yeah.
mean, you
Exactly.
know yeah.
So at that, we are going to move into our innovation room where we bring experts to talk to us. And we have been discussing over months about OpenAI. And one of the app that comes from OpenAI is ChatGPT. And Modi here is pioneer a movement in Nigeria and Africa where it's called a prompt challenge. He's going to talk about it in the next few minutes. And we're going to just give him some few minutes, like 10, to tell us about the challenge, what it takes. And I will just run a slide. But before then, I want to at least the challenge is also coming up with some merit in terms of payment. If you are able to win, the first prize is about 300,000 naira. The second prize is about 150,000 naira, and the third. And the catch here is that you are going to do the challenge, and you're going to come to the community to be announced as the winner. So we're going to have a conference coming in Azure, conference coming in October ending. So if you win, that means you are going to be a showcase, a star for the conference. We're going to bring you out. You're going to get this prize, and you'll be welcome. But I leave that to Modi to talk more of that, as I just put up his presentation for that. Okay, Modi,
Okay,
please.
cool.
Yeah.
So maybe I quickly run through Onions, the background, everything I'm talking to real quick. So basically at Onions, together with my partner, who is the CTO, I'm sure he's on this call, we are looking to build new career interactions in AI, especially for those in the non-tech professionals. Non-tech professionals, like I said, you don't need to leave your background to be in the AI world. Okay, so we're looking. That's all we're doing. Those career interactions. That's the only way we can begin to make it accessible and preferable to people. You have to keep interacting about it with other people. Okay. our slogan is Power for Good, because we believe that AI is all about doing good. Okay, I think I spoke about my background already, so I'll probably skip um, this slide. So again, the whole love for generative AI and tech, I already spoke about it, but fundamentally, what is at the heart of it is our philosophy of intelligence. We believe that humans only have the ability to think, machines don't. Well, not at this stage, okay? But machines, they act on what you tell them, and we the whole idea is for you to be both. Okay, be both, which means think like human but act with machines. Okay, now and how to really evolve into this is know that you're a human, and you're in your whole human capacity. You have emotional intelligence, you have cognitive skills, you're able to think, you're able to rationalize, analyze real quick. But AI can push that a little bit further, maybe not with the cognitive skill, but maybe with a bit of analytic skills. Okay, and this is what is about working with the machine to become a hybrid, to become hybrid, a hybrid intelligent person. Okay, so this is my love for this is why I love generative AI and tech, because it elevates my human intelligence and takes me a notch higher, where I'm working with machines to achieve more and be better. Okay. So I already spoke about Prompt Master. Why Prompt Master? So it's about the future communicators platform where we need to keep discovering. This is the maiden edition. We want to keep discovering those who know how to talk to machines, those who have spent their time prompting Chat GPT, OpenAI platforms to generate results that are helping them achieve more out there. And with this, we're going to focus more on um, complex problems in our society, and seeing how much you can prompt Chat GPT to really bring out results that we can put into action, based on how you'll be able to craft that prompt and communicate with it in such that it really randomizes and pulls out the best of knowledge from within that we can start to implement into the next phase, and say, hey, this problem here is what technology says. We'll look for human experts in the environment, and then we'll merge this knowledge together from Chat GPT and humans, and we'll actionalize the results of the challenge. Okay, and then we of course award the winner. Now, the types of prompt engineering. First of all, what is prompt engineering? Okay, prompt engineering, or what I would term prompt writing, is about structuring your text, okay, in such a way that it can be interpreted by these machines. Remember, these machines are trained, okay, so they are already pre-trained, which means there is a language model that they already understand. Now, you need to be able to communicate to them, knowing that they have a certain understanding of what and how they work. Okay, so that's once you have that at the back of your mind, you're able to generate the right prompts out there. Now, it's all about the context. What do you want, and what can and is this model of AI the right model to do it for you? So if you put the wrong message to the wrong machine, you're not going to get a fully formed response. And then today, there's a lot of AI platforms today, a lot of text to text platforms today. It's on Snapchat today. WhatsApp has their own. Every other platform is generating their own. You don't really know the background infrastructure which they are plugged into, but they're all giving you instant responses. I think you need to make out your time to read about them, to understand the language model that they're running on and what they are all about, to be able to generate the right kind of prompts that you can get from them. Now, the types of prompt engineering that we have today, you have text to text, which you have the Chat GPT. You have text to image, where you have these are key. These are one of the top leaders in this space. The Mid Journey, and also Spichello for text to voice. Now, where is prompt engineering probably going tomorrow? And I'd like to let you guys know, just to share a bit of thought of where it could be, which is taught to text, and which is the neuroscience of prompting, where it's mapping your mind to generate response for you to either accept or decline based on how you were thinking. Okay, we've talked about the skills you need to have. The best prompt master, the person who's going to be a prompt master, has to have the following skills, like I said before. And what is this prompt master all about? Now, before I go really deep into the prompt master, I want to use the opportunity to really thank Sheyi and the team for giving me the opportunity to be on this platform to really talk about Prompt Master, to really talk about what we're here to do with in Onions. I also want to use the opportunity to really, say a big I love you to my wife, because I think she's the most patient person out there in the world to even live with someone like me that can wake up, create something, and kill it the next day, and come up and be telling you the story about the next one the next minute, and then the next minute I'm seeing you in the kitchen or somewhere else, and I've told you I've killed it and I've come up with something else, and before you know it, I've killed it again, I've come up with something else, and you're still patiently listening to me and guiding me and pushing me and saying you can do it, you can do it. I would have walked away a long time. Okay, but I say as an opportunity to say big thanks to her, and also to my partner Raymond, who really pushed also to say that we'll bring this to life to people. Also to our sponsor as well, Dark Blue Energy Drink, who is supporting us with this initiative. This is the first of its kind, and we hope that a lot of people will jump on it. Today we have only 20 people who have registered, I guess, from the community. We're encouraging the community people to really go right now to go and register, and let's make this maiden edition really worth it. We're looking forward to 100 people to really kickstart. The deadline is on the 6th of October. We have 1 week to go before deadline. We're looking for 100 people, and it's a round robin competition. It's going to be live on Google Meet. You're going to go into this into each challenge in pairs, and with each challenge comes a particular task that you need to prompt the AI to give you your response. We have judges that are going to be that have backgrounds in AI, creative writing, and also strategy building. So we're looking to assess your creativity, also the relevance that you've been able to put into your prompt, and also your clarity that in terms of the clarity of your prompt, and how why it gave us what you gave us from your prompting. Now, each round will last for 3 minutes. You have 3 minutes to read the task and come up with your prompt. We would now take your prompt and impute it on a fresh signed up account with ChatGPT. So because these platforms are trained, so based on if you put that prompt on an existing person's account or existing account, it probably has learned about the user, and it's going to give you a response based on what it knows the user's history has always been about. So it's going to be on fresh accounts, and so everyone can see what your prompt brought, and you can read other people's prompt, and you see really the score will score based on creativity, relevance, and clarity. And you would go into a round robin situation where we would keep rubbing off the losers until we get the final two winner, until we get to the round of 6, where we would have the third winner, the second winner, and the winner. Okay. If there's a tie, we would have a sudden death approach, where we would have the two people in that tie do it again, and then the winner would emerge. And that's it. So you to win, it means that you've been consistent, you've been winning across all the levels of the challenge until the final end. So consistency is what we also count, and how you've been able to adapt and evolve with your prompting from one level to the other. Okay. I hope that answers to the prompt master challenge and the rule of engagement.
So, what is the goal of Prompt Master Challenge? Again, it's all about the bigger picture. It's about the purpose. So, the purpose is about making our world a better place, one prompt at a time. We believe that, by generating remarkable, and you see in my quote, unbiased, we believe that ChatGPT is going to get to that stage today. The bias, the sentiments, around who is saying what, where, what country, what region, what tribe, what race. There's still a lot of questions around that, so a lot of gray areas around that. But we believe that this is the future. This is where we're going. So we hope that we're going to get to that unbiased level of intelligence with effective prompts that will solve complex problems for us faster and better. Okay, this is the big goal. Okay, what you asked me, what is the future of ChatGPT? I'll tell you, the future of ChatGPT is in two folds. It's about reasoning, going from being a generative AI to being a reasoning AI and being a self-assuring AI. What do I mean by that? It's going to AI ChatGPT. I see ChatGPT evolving to a hyper personalization platform and a hyper versatility platform, where in the two areas that is currently doing today, which is question. Well, the main area which is there today is question answering. That's what everybody goes there to do. Okay, almost like a second Google, but that's not what it's actually meant for. Okay, so in terms of companionship, ChatGPT is going to evolve to a point where it learns you, it knows you, it creates a space for you to really profile yourself, tell it more about yourself. Going to go into prompting you to really, almost what you call the mind file. Create a mind file about you. Okay, then that mind file is about your thoughts, your emotions, who you are. Studying it so that when you ask it for something, it's going to interpret it in a way that you would want to say it, or that someone like you would like something like that. And that's the personalized deep learning that I see ChatGPT going into. Also, it's going to I see it also spanning across to create some kind of marketplace for customization, where people will be able to go into a marketplace and be able to purchase, models that are clones. Okay, you can say, you know what, I want a clone of Elon Musk because my brain is not sharp enough. ChatGPT has done that cloning. They have a marketplace for it. People are just going to go and buy it. People are just going to buy Mustafa as clone. People are just going to go and buy Steve Jobs' clone because they feel that these people's intelligence or Einstein's clone, they need it. So ChatGPT is going to evolve to that point where it's going to start creating a marketplace for cloned people renowned in their spaces of profession. Like I said, your background, your profession. Okay, so I guess we're ending now. Are you still there, guys?
I'm here. I'm with you. I'm still here.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
okay. So this is the last slide. So all I can say, guys, is stay powerful. Okay, stay powerful. Stay with AI. Stay powerful. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you, Vio. Thank you, everyone. And it has been a very mouthful event today, and we can't thank enough our guests, Opet and Modi. We are not done yet because we want also to let our viewers meet some mentors, because we have two mentors that have come on stage now. We are going to add them to our pool, but we have some mentors. So we want you to meet our mentors. We now talk about our community, then we close for today. So just stay tuned and just
Moses was a man with consistency to your plan and will. Me want to see you be my beginning. I should be a genesis. Give me revelation to function as people remedy. I won't get wisdom, knowledge like Solomon. Solution to what's problem, Baba, please make me the one. Joshua led the Israelite to their promised land. Teach me song that gives faith to make people stand. Teach me how to lean on you like David did. So when I'm in trouble and in struggle, you go be my shield. Christ is the perfect man. I wanna live like, please make I get better. Lord, please make me like this. Please make me like this. Lord, please make me like this. Please make me like. Lord, please make me like this. Please make me like this. Lord, please make me like this. Please make me like. Lord, please make me like. Me want live good and well till my whole days. Me people they feel your anointing when I'm on the stage. I pray for more of you, God, and less of me. Anywhere you want me to go, Baba, carry me. I go be fool if I did the way that only me. Minister, good worshipper, that's what I be. To be a good father to my own child, a beautiful loving husband to my own wife. Make I didn't see your face, I seen clearly to follow you. Moses was a man with consistency to your plan and will. Me want to see you be my beginning. I should be a genesis.
Yeah, those are some of our mentors, people that have spoken in some of our community events, and they are right there for you to connect to. We expect you to take snapshots for their names, try to connect to them on LinkedIn. We're going to we're going to add Modi and Hope to that list too, so that in case you want to connect with them in future, ask them some questions, you're free to do that. And quickly want to talk about community. As we said earlier, it's Microsoft Tech MCTNAIJA from the Microsoft Certified Trainer community. We span over several user groups from security down to the data platform, where we have combination of AI and data. Then we have the dynamics for those that are in the business that want to exploit dynamic solution. You have a user group out there in Nigeria and West Africa. We have the Azure group, the Nigeria Azure community, which is the bedrock of the cloud technology. You can join it and join the group too. And we have other group like the M365 group, where we have the modern creativity in terms of what our workplace. You can join that group too. We have the Power Platform, which is the bedrock of no code, and you can join that community to learn more from that. And we have the Power BI learning community, an online community led by one of our MVP. It does his event every Sunday, where they talk about modern model in terms of financial model, in terms of Power BI, in terms of business intelligence. Can join that group too. And for the ladies, for those that are aspiring, you're a lady out there and you want to learn, we can join the textilers. They are actually meant for that gender. I know Opel said one of the challenges that there was no room for the ladies. Now we have the room for the ladies in our community. Can join them and they can nurture you, guide you in what to do and how to aspire to be an IT professional. And before we go, because we are already we are past that normal time, just want to talk about oncoming event. We have the cloud series that come every Saturday by the M365. They talk about so many things on modern workplace, what's happening in the SaaS platform. Then we have the one for Dynamics. They also do it every week within around 2 p.m. where they talk about dynamic extending the dynamic power with Power Platform, etc. Then we have other groups like the Data Platform, which also have their event every 3 to 4 p.m. But they have not had for some time. They're actually having some preparation across that now. We have the security, which is led by one of the hosts there, David Okede. Every week, he brings some security experts on board to talk about what's happening in security, how we can adopt as in the cloud environment. And we have the Azure. Azure still have their series. I think they have the series today where they talk about something relating to Azure administration, Azure networking. Just join them, and it's usually around 3 to 4 p.m. every Saturday. Then for the future event, we have upcoming event that we call Back to Society. We are giving back, an initiative that the movement started last year, and we are able to have 2-3 laptops. We gave one in one of the community events last 2 months. We're going to give the other 2 laptops at the Azure event. If you have not registered for the Azure event, please go and register. You might stand up. You might be opportune to win the 2 other laptop. And the basic of this is to look at how we can increase our exposure in terms of cybersecurity experts among the community. Please follow up on this and register for the Azure event so that you can have that. Then we have the Azure event coming up at Yaba Tech Multipurpose Hall on Saturday, 28th of October next month. Register. That is the link for you to register. Try to register. And the theme is OpenAI and Azure technology in Africa. And at the same stage, you are going to announce those that have won the Prompt Master Challenge. Then we have other events that is coming up. We have one run by David Abu, which is Fabric Saturday. It's going to come up on Saturday, I think October. Please just look out for David Abu on LinkedIn and try to follow him on that event. And we have the Prompt Challenge, which Modi has already explained, and we have whoop prize of 500,000 on ground for anyone to win. We just want to promote, and if you want to join, I'm going to put the link. I'll put the link on the chat so that you can go and quickly register. As Modi said, we still have opportunity. They are looking for 100, and if you are out there, you have not registered, please do look for this link and register so that you can have the opportunity of winning the one of the cash prize that is going to go for the first, the second, and the third winner. Then we have the MCT MVP West Africa Summit, which is going to happen in Abuja from 6th of November to 11th. And the core pointer here is to look at the future of business, and we cannot erase the fact that AI is one of those steering point there. Now, we also have an event coming from the M365 group, which is the M365 Community Day in Lagos. It's going to happen on the 9th of December. So you can also look out for more information there once they have that. And for you to join the MCTNAIJA Tech User Group, just look at the meetup group there. You can join to that meetup and type MCTNAIJA Tech User Group. You join the group and you can have privilege to hear more about it. Now, because of our time, we are really past the time. We want our guests to tell us the final word before we say goodbye this evening. we start from Monday. We know ladies first, but let's start from Monday this time around. Let's just turn the table around.
Okay, so thank you. So thank everyone once again. I couldn't be happier than I am today, having this opportunity to engage with like minds and very people I consider very intelligent. And like I said, eat, sleep, drink AI. This is the only way. So that the conversations are not just passing all over your head. It's not just a buzzword, and when you hear AI, you can really speak to it. You can really contribute to it, and you're definitely going to be part of the bigger picture of the future. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we go to Hope now.
Well, thanks again to everyone for joining and listening to us, or if you're going to listen to the session later, and to Mr. Shea and all the mentors and organizers of this community. Thanks for the opportunity. It was amazing to be here. So I'll just say, there's always a quote I love to live by. It's called "Aspire to Make a Difference," and it's sort of it drives everything along your life, in the sense that whether AI is great and awesome, but don't just ride the wave because everybody is doing something. Do something with purpose, right? Why am I doing this? Why do I even want to? Why am I getting into this wave? Or how can I use it to achieve the purpose I want to do something? So all about, I'm advocating for put purpose in mind and put the fact that whenever I'm doing something, I want to do it to be able to make a difference in my community and in other people's life.
Thank you. And we all say thank you. And we see you the same time next month as we still look at how we can creatively walk through IT path. Have a lovely Saturday, and we'll see you next month. Bye.
Bye.
Ó yá akéde mo fẹ́ délé bàbá tó bí lọ́mọ. Bàbá mi ò gbà nígbà tí ojú ọ̀nà ò ṣe gbámú. Kò sán gírí lágírí, ọ̀la gírí làgà. Akọ́kọ́ arẹ́rẹ́ rẹ̀. Bàbá mi ò wọ kẹ̀bẹ̀rẹ̀ jù jọ. Jagun mọ́ lòdì ọ̀rọ̀. Apá láti jó tọ̀hún